This is a weird thing to get used to. This, I just don't like this camera. It's not flattering. It's none of the things. I'm wearing a big goofy jumper that I'm borrowing off my girlfriend. What a wacky morning. And welcome again to the Punch and Judy show. That's what this is, isn't it? Punch and Judy. It's like a puppet show where Punch goes around trying to hit Judy with a hammer or a club. That's what it's attempted to be used as. It seems strange because I never consented to that. I never put a puppet on my hand. I never have been trying to do that. But when that's the entire political strategy of the now National Labour Party, I guess you've got to rock up and Punch and Judy your way to the top. We're in what is probably going to be the largest disruptive period in the last couple of thousand years. So the things you see around you are probably going to reflect that, and it's probably going to make you feel anxious. You should just know that anxiety is the intention. They're intending on you feeling anxiety so that you make rash decisions. This is a invasion. It's an invasion by a technocracy, whatever it is. And it will fail because we've got some insiders in that group that are going to prevent it from succeeding. Because it has to. Because we can't have prison bars, made purely by devices that we hold and we can throw in the bin. It's just that people continuously try to keep using them that way. Because of arrogance, because of precedent, like it's worked. It's worked pretty well. The problem I know is that, like all herd phenomenon, herd as in herd of cattle, herd of sheep, herd of humans, which is what they're trying to do, is they're herding us with these devices. All it takes is a, one little balked bit of thing and the herd goes crazy and will run through all the fences. That's why we've never used fences like this. That's why we have these elaborate systems of adjudication and parliament and elections. If it was as simple to do as what they're trying to do with devices, they're thinking that this technology is going to enable them to finally totally control the human race, and that is absolutely crazy. They probably could have got away with it in one small little area at a time, but they're trying it all at once because they're morons. So, the way to do it without starting a riot is to just do an image, take a photo with your phone into the mirror and go like that, and basically just that will bounce back and forth in the ethereal plane or something like that, and it'll send a clear message. The strange bit is that they won't allow this message to get anywhere, obviously. They're not going to help me do this. They're going to continue to try and do it. And daily, my little 7-year loop is going to emerge on the screen. That does put a lot of pressure on Mark Zuckerberg and Meta to not just delete my content. And the more people that I can make aware of that fact, So if you're listening to this and you're aware that, hey, if anything does happen to Shannon, like he does get dragged into court again, or does get arrested again, or he does get any of these things that they continuously keep using in this police state, is now officially governed by an ex-police commissioner, we have to all make sure that his stuff doesn't get deleted. If his stuff gets deleted, we have to publish the fact that his public testimony was deleted by the largest social media company, and then on the back of that, the entire social media world should collapse. But it's not going to do that if everyone just continues to be like, I'm not going to say anything. They're going to kill him. And they're going to delete all his stuff. That's the situation I wake up to every morning, whether you want to believe it or not. Because if I do get arrested, and if I do have to go and actually front up in a real court, I'll make sure, and it is my legal right, to make sure that my diary continuously is published, republished, because this was the intention of it. There's enough evidence within the content to show that the content I was producing a year ago was intended to be published today, or republished, because that's my entire strategy. That's actually the entire strategy of the government. When it was working properly, it has these systems to work on a yearly basis to keep stability. So I'm actually participating in the oldest form of stability there is. And the government is attempting to use pocket calculators to enslave all of you, to steal all your land, to turn you all on each other, and turn the whole world into a big Punch and Judy show where the lawyers just clear the poker table. Well, I have gone and thrown a spanner in the works. Now, I will say that I have requested for military intelligence to also back up my content, so they will be well able to republish somewhere, wherever is able, perhaps even on the TV, or I don't know, in VHS or on DVD or something like that. There will always be a way to do this. Unless, of course, there is a total grand conspiracy, which I doubt very much, because that would be impossible. And it's funny that it's going to end up being the people that were throwing all those accusations of conspiracy theory, of small fringe minority. You're all going to be forced into pointing the fingers at me and claiming that my actions are actually part of a giant conspiracy, and that would be stretching the realities of the world extremely thin. To double down, to accuse people of conspiracy theory, and then double that right back around to accuse the conspiracy theorists of then being part of a conspiracy, that would be grounds for some pretty heavy mockery, I think. But that's where we're all going to be. And then hopefully, if I've done my work properly, within what I've done will emerge a story of stability. A story of not just keeping your lips on the carrot that is being dangled, but to realise that behind you is a carrot field that you planted for the last 4 years. So there's no need for a carrot, and there's certainly no need. No, he had a hood on, didn't he? Punch and Judy. That's how he talked when I used to watch it in Forest Chase and at the Royal Show. I'd go and sit and watch that. You can actually, if I went like this, he was always like that, wasn't he? That's Punch and Judy. And now, who am I now? Am I the police commissioner governor? Toodaloo.